Hi, I'm Barnett and I am an AAT trainee at MHA Larking Gowen, and I'm also an enterprise advisor for Stratton High. Why I became an enterprise advisor, there's a few reasons why I became one. Firstly, I was involved in the knowledge opportunity area. A few years ago, I finished sixth form and luckily knew some really inspirational teachers which I stayed in contact with, and that led me to become involved in the knowledge opportunity area on the youth board. This then led on to me being an enterprise advisor through, I spoke to Catherine Flint and she let me know that there were some vacancies for enterprise advisors at Stratton High, and then I kind of jumped at the chance, firstly because I'm really interested in education and looking at things to make things better, and I think really I was just inspired by teachers that I had who thought out the box and taught us in really brilliant ways, and secondly I thought it would be really good personally for me, development wise, so they're the reasons that I chose to be an enterprise advisor. Firstly, when I became an enterprise advisor, me and my colleague went into the school to look at the careers programme from more of an outside point of view. This was really beneficial, I think, just getting an outside perspective from us. Obviously teachers are really busy and it's a really hard job at the minute, especially with what's happened this year. So we just kind of looked at it from a different perspective, which really helped. I think that helped them pull together a more coherent careers plan, which now is published on their website, which I also looked at after we'd kind of sorted the careers plan for Key Stage 3. We looked at drop-down days, which are kind of collapsed curriculum days for their students, where these are really good opportunities for them to meet their Gatsby benchmarks. So we looked at what activities and lessons we could do to hit those benchmarks, and thinking about, logistically how it would work, and then also trying to be a little bit more innovative with what things that they were doing to interest the students and inspire them a little bit more. And then I also looked at the website once the careers plan had come together. I looked at the website and kind of audited it to look at different perspectives of how, from a parent's perspective, where can they find information? If I was a student, where can I find information as a teacher? And making sure they hit those Gatsby benchmarks. So that's what we've done mainly with the school at the moment, and now we're looking at more collapsed curriculum days, their drop-down days they call them, to look at how to hit those benchmarks this year. Now that the COVID crisis has happened this year, it changes the plans a little bit with COVID on their careers plan, because they can't have people coming into the school. So we're looking at this year how to do things a little bit differently again, and that's what we've done. I've done a few things personally in the school. I've run a couple of lessons, which was really great to kind of go in and see the students. We were going in to have meetings with the teachers and obviously the careers lead, but it was great to see the plans that we'd put in place actually happen. So I led 5 lessons across a drop-down day, which was really good. It was a great experience for me personally, development wise, and I hope it was good for them. We looked at careers and trying to think a little bit outside the box. I think that's one of my key things, is because Norfolk is obviously a little bit segregated in the sense of geographically, so getting the students to look outside the box and think that they can do jobs that are outside of Norfolk and things that they don't always think of. So we spoke about their journey to school, and I got them to think about what jobs do people have to create the things that they see every day. So for example, they wake up and their alarm clock, who created that? What kind of jobs were needed to create that? Or their phone, what kind of people created the apps and what skills would they need? So that's what we looked at. We've also ran a couple of our stalls at careers fairs at both Wyndham High and Stratton High, which were really great to talk to the students and explain about my job as well, and talk to them about accountancy and what kind of traineeships that Larking Gowen offer. I've been lucky enough to be joined by a few colleagues at Larking Gowen to help me at careers fairs and also being a fellow enterprise advisor. It doesn't take a lot of convincing really when you explain the benefits both to the students and to themselves, because it's a great opportunity for personal development and it's a great opportunity for the students to learn from someone else's experiences in their career. And you have, when we've done careers fairs, we've had great conversations with people. My hopes for the careers education at Stratton High and in Norfolk schools generally, there's two things that I think are really important. One is meaningful encounters. I think for me, when I was at school and at sixth form, those were the things that really changed the way that I thought about things, and they're the things that I remember myself. So I think meaningful encounters for all students are really, really important. Secondly, I've spoken about this earlier on. I think that helping students think about outside the box about what they're able to do, both geographically and their own personal restrictions that they put on themselves. I think a lot of students think that, oh, well, I'll get a job locally, but I think it's really important to help students think about what they can do if they want to go to university in a different city, if they want to do an apprenticeship in a different city or move away. It's really important to get them thinking about that. So they're the two things that I hope to keep helping students with any way that I can, and I hope that is carried out generally across Norfolk schools. I think that's really important.